Hello, everyone, and once again, we are proud to welcome you to our TV 10 High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Ken Strayhorn, and as usual, sitting in with Jimmy Robinson, where tonight here at Caruso Cates Stadium, the Bears take on the Fighting Knights of Northern Nash. Jimmy, the Knights might be in for a fight tonight, a fight of their life.
Kenny, New Bern has really been, like we said last week, towards the end of the year, playing their best football. And according to the paper today, Northern Nash has had a couple of bad weeks, so they may well be in for a tough night tonight. But as you well know, football is so much emotion, and you don't really know which team's going to show up on Friday night.
Along with coming up on the short end on the scoreboard the last couple of weeks, Northern Nash also came up with another major setback in their backfield last week.
Yes, we understand that they lost a #1 running back with a broken leg, and that can hurt a team that's not playing very well.
On the other hand, if you saw our games last week, you know about New Bern and how New Bern is playing right now. We went to Rocky Mount last week, and I mean, showed no mercy.
You're right. We thought the last 3 games we were going to see some football games here,
yeah.
And last week we were a little disappointed that we didn't have a better game. We're thinking we're going to have one tonight, and by looking at the size of their roster there, then they've got the beef to give New Bern some personnel problems that they may not have had all year.
We'll talk about that beef on the line a little later on. You know that old Wendy's commercial used to say, "Where's the beef?" Well, we found it once again, and it's on the line for Northern Nash. As for New Bern High School, this team is on the roll right now, everybody. I tell you what, it's been a long time since I've seen high school football, the caliber of what New Bern has played over the span of this year. And last week, against a Rocky Mount team that usually gives them a heck of a time, New Bern just dominated in the rain.
They sure did, and I heard this week that if we're lucky enough to win tonight, and we haven't won tonight by any stretch of the imagination, but if we're lucky enough to win tonight, then next week's game will probably be the biggest game here since 1967. That goes back a long ways.
That goes back a very, very long way. So we'll cross our fingers tonight and hope that the New Bern Bears can come up with yet another win on this high school football season. We'll have the game kickoff coming up in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Caruso Cates Bear Stadium, where the New Bern High School Bears right now are gathering under the goal post. And there's the fight song, and everybody stands to their feet. And here comes the Bears as they come in. Jimmy, I get the impression that there's a lot of excitement in the stadium here tonight.
Kenny, you're right. Band night, parents night for the band. They've got a few extra folks here, and everybody's charged up, ready to go.
I got to tell everybody at home that before tonight's game got underway, Jimmy was sitting on my right side. Well, all year long, he's been sitting on my left side. So he got up from my right side and moved. Jimmy, you say you're a little superstitious.
Kenny, I tell you, I'm awfully superstitious. I played baseball from the time I was 7 to about 25, and over those years I learned to be real superstitious.
That's something that athletes and coaches, they all do. I mean, you get in one routine, and they just don't want to change that routine for fear that things might go wrong on the football field.
Well, let's hope this superstition that we've got works out well for the Bears with me sitting on your left.
C.J. Daniels, number 32, goes in tonight symbolically as the captain of this New Bern High School football team. He's a great, great football player that was injured earlier this year, so he goes out to meet the Fighting Knights. Let's have a look at the Big East Conference standings. These are the 4A standings. New Bern is on top, 3-0, 8-1 overall. Greenville Rose enters tonight's Friday night contest at 3-0, 7-1 overall. Northern Nash is 5-3. They're 1-2 in the conference. Rocky Mount 5-3. They're 1-2 in the conference. Northeastern 5-4. They're 1-2 in the conference. And bringing up the rear, team that actually has had a good year this year and has fallen off lately, and that's Kinston. Kinston is 5-3 on the season, 0-3. Games that will be played on this Friday night: Northern Nash here in New Bern, Northeastern at Greenville Road, Rocky Mount at Kinston. So we've got a good lineup of football games ready to play. Of course, you always do, Jimmy, this time of the year when the conference games come into play.
You're right. For Northern Nash, Kenny, they got to hope to win tonight and hope they can beat Rocky Mountain next week. Beating New Bern tonight and Greenville Rose beating New Bern next week and put them in a tie and hope for a coin toss.
One thing that Coach Chip Williams from New Bern has been doing this week is trying to keep his players with their feet on the ground. Tell them, let's take it one game at a time, that old scenario, because we have Northern Nash tonight. I know that Greenville Rose has been playing good. Greenville Rose is a big game, but tonight it's Northern Nash, and we got to be ready for them.
I'm sure that's been his #1 objective this week, to keep Northern Nash on their mind. It's hard to do because they've kind of been pointing towards Greenville all year, but you just can't let down not one bit, or next week's game will be a real must-win.
Yep. Here at Caruso Coates Bear Stadium, New Bern will receive the football first. The Bears have their guys back deep now. That is Mike Simmons, number 5, that's back deep. And my man, the man that I like to see run the football on occasion, number 43, Ernest Ballard. Both are back standing around the goal line as the Northern Nash place kicker puts the ball on the tee. It won't be long here before we'll be underway with this one. Shane Peacock is the kicker, 5'6" 150 pounds for Northern Nash. The official puts up his hand. Everybody's ready. There's the whistle. We're ready for game time. He approaches the ball, and there's the kick, end over end and short. Looks like it's going to be taken by Mike Simmons. He's up to the 20-yard line, got some running room. He broke it through, spins, a good return by Mike Simmons.
I think that's the first time we've seen Mike back there on the kickoff return team all year. It looked like he'd been there all year.
He did. Mentioning that, there's been a lot of Coach Williams has been doing quite a few wrinkles as far as the year is concerned.
You're right. He's played an awful lot of people, Kenny. They've got a lot of folks on the team, but I tell you, a lot of people have contributed this year.
Yep, he's been moving people around, and New Bern comes to the offense with Shaquille Hatcher under center once again. Mike Simmons in at the running back spot. He's got wide outs to the left side. The handoff goes to Simmons across the left side, picked up about 3. It's going to bring up second down and maybe 8 yards to go for the first down for the New Bern Bears.
Kenny, the wind could be a factor here before the night's over. You look at the flags down there, we've got a little more wind than we've been having.
We got a nice moon out, though. Looks like it's about a quarter moon out tonight. I was a little afraid listening to the weather predictions earlier that it was going to be raining, but of course the wind came and blew that system right through. So we got a nice night for a football game.
Let's hope so.
Man in motion for New Bern. The handoff goes to Simmons again, right in the middle. He's hit hard by number 45 for Northern Nash, and that is Troy Blake, 5'11", 258 pounds. Jim, we talked about Northern Nash having some pretty good-sized people around. You look at this this roster here, and you go down, and I see 260, 242, 296, 278, 275, 323, 303, some good-sized kids.
You're right, and with a linebacker weighing 258 pounds, that's something the Bears hadn't seen all year.
Can you imagine a 300-pound kid in high school? That's unbelievable.
It's amazing.
What are we feeding these kids? Quarterback Shaquille Hatcher rolling to the right, looking. He decides to run for it. He's going to get the first down, and he's out of bounds.
Good decision by Shaquille there. The defensive secondary did a good job on our offensive receivers, and he ran right to the mark.
Jimmy, we asked the New Bern fans to respond to this football team 1 week ago at Rocky Mount. And on this side of the football field where the New Bern fans are, there's not very much room.
You're right, and it's got to help.
It sure does have to help. Out watching an excellent football team. New Bern is driving the football. They picked up their second first down, and this is the initial drive of the game. Shaquille Hatcher under center again. Takes the snap, hands it off right up the middle. There's room up the middle, pickup of about 8 yards.
That's Duke Midget there, Kenny. Like you said, pick up 8 yards. He's a hard runner.
He really pushes the ball up in there when he gets the football. And we're seeing now from New Bern what we've seen all year long, and that's a football team that offensively and defensively can dominate you.
I'd hate to be a coach coaching against them and let them get out of the gate.
Hatcher brings his team to the line of scrimmage once again. He's got his wide receiver to the right, his flanker to the left. H-back in the receiver spot. He's back to throw. Throws right. He's going to throw long. Throws it up for grabs. Out of bounds. Nobody was going to catch that.
No, thank goodness it was out of bounds, because they probably had a better chance of intercepting than we would receive, and keep throwing that off his heels a little bit.
Not a bad opportunity, though, to go for the long one. It was second down and about 1.5 yards to go for the first. So if you got one to waste, I guess that's it.
That's the time to do it.
The official moves the ball back just a little bit. Third down now and about 1.5 yards to go for the first down. Into the game goes J.R. Sowell. Usually Coach Williams uses his players to bring people in and out of bring plays in and out of the football game. Sowell comes to the left in a wide receiver spot, in a flanker spot. Wide receiver to the left. Hatcher in the center, man in motion. He's going to come down the left, come down the line. Shaquille Hatcher takes it for the first down. He's got a lot of running room. He takes it down to about the 25-yard line.
Kenny kind of thought there ought to be a flag there. He tackled him out of bounds 2 or 3 yards there, but the official right on the spot and decided not to call on that play too. That's the option play that we were running last week. We talked about Shaquille ran too much east and west. That time he got to the corner, made a good decision, and turned upfield.
Do you get the impression more and more all the time that Shaquille Hatcher and this football team has the momentum and they are feeling good about themselves and they're bouncing around on the football field and they're pushing people around? 1st and 10. New Bern with the football. There's the quick throw, and it's caught. Little juke step inside the 5-yard line down to about the 4-yard line, and that was an excellent catch by Mickey Johnson, and he almost got into the end zone with it. This has been an excellent drive by the New Bern High School offensive football team. They took the opening kickoff, and they've gone all the way down the field now, down to the 5-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and goal to go for New Bern. Shaquille Hatcher brings his team to the line of scrimmage. One back in the backfield. Fumble the football. He had to fall on it. He's going to lose about 3 yards.
Let's just hope we got it back. Looks like we did get it back.
That's going to bring up 2nd down now, Jimmy, though, and about 8 yards to go for the touchdown.
Kenny, thinking back over the year, how many fumbles do you think we've had inside the 10 down there? We've had a lot of missed opportunities.
A lot of missed opportunities, which I think is another example of how good this football team is. Usually when you have all those missed opportunities so close in, you don't get it and you don't score, but this team has proven that they can get into the end zone. 2nd and goal. Shaquille Hatcher with his team again. Running backs in a split formation. Their handoff goes to Mike Simmons right up the middle. He powers his way down to the 4-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down now and about 4 to go for the touchdown. J.R. Sowell comes out of the football game for New Bern. Into the game goes number 24, Philip Thomas. Philip is a defensive back and a running back and a receiver, 6'2", 185-pound senior. Haven't seen a whole lot from Philip this year, but that's the way Coach Chip Williams has done all year long. The Bears going for the touchdown. It's going to be a sweep around the right side of Mike Simmons. He powers his way in for the touchdown.
Good cut by Mike there, Kenny, because the linebackers were closing real quick and he cut right back behind them.
He looked like he was actually hit at about the 5-yard line, lowered his shoulder. We could hear the contact way up here on the top row of the bleachers, and he powered his way into the end zone.
That last man, I couldn't tell if it was that 258-pound linebacker, but he ran right over him.
If he was 258 pounds, Mike surely rolled him into the end zone. Let's see what's going on now on the football field. The guys are hollering to get somebody in, and they did get in. Number 56, that's John Sennett, as he went into the line. They better hurry up and get it off if they're going to get too much time call on them. There's a snap. The ball is down. The kick is up. It's good, easy. At 7:41 left to go here in the first quarter. New Bern really took up all of the time here almost in the first quarter. 7-0 Bears. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. There's the football that is lined up on the football field. A great opening drive by New Bern as they march all the way downfield for the score. As Mike Simmons took it across, the kickoff is up and it's taken at about the 9-yard line. There's little running room, but it's closed very fast. The ball is going to be down at about the 24-yard line where Northern Nash will take it 1st and 10 there, Jim. We get a chance to see an excellent New Bern defense now.
I'll tell you what, they got a tough one, Kenny, and if the defense has been good all year and the offense starting playing with a lot of confidence now.
Do you think that you moving from my right to my left had anything to do with what's going on here tonight?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you something. You had a hard time keeping me on your right tonight.
It didn't hurt, that's for sure. It didn't hurt. Here comes Northern Nash to the line of scrimmage for the first time tonight. Under center for the Fighting Knights is number 7. That's Chasen Ricks, and he's hit in the backfield and dropped.
3 weeks in a row, Kenny, that we've had a blitz from the right side of the New Bern defense on that quarterback. Looks like that coach this week would have made some calls and said, I'm not going to try to pass on this first down.
One thing for sure, it does not look like this team is looking forward to Greenville Rose. They are playing this game here tonight at this moment.
I think I can tell that Coach Williams got their attentions this week, and he's got them focused on Northern Nash.
He does that. This has been a tough defense all year long. As a matter of fact, the offense now is playing its best football of the year, but this defense has been, for the most part, the mainstay of this New Bern Bear football team. Another good hit, another pickup there of about 3 yards by Northern Nash. Into the game that time at quarterback was really the quarterback wide receiver, Jason Battle. It's third down now and about 15 yards to go for the first down here for Northern Nash. Let's see what they're going to do. Obvious passing situation for them, Jim.
Going from the shotgun too, Kenny.
They're going from the shotgun, and there's the pitch. Quarterback's looking to throw. He's hit and dropped. Nothing there, absolutely nothing.
Good coverage by the secondary. He had plenty of time to throw the ball initially, and must have had him wrapped up pretty good, and he had to try to scramble, and those linebackers got him.
So New Bern, in their first possession of this football game, got the football and marched all the way downfield for the score. Northern Nash could do absolutely nothing and now find themselves punting from about their 2-yard line. J.R. Sowell back deep. There's the punt. It's a nice punt. A good spiral that turned over. Sowell let it hit. He now picks it up at a 35-yard line. Makes a cut in the line. He looks for a little room. Gets room on the sideline. He's across the 50 down to the 45-yard line. An excellent return.
Good return. Kennedy had the return set up on this side of the field, and the punt was so far on the other side he couldn't get back to the fence. Made a good decision. He cut up and get what he could.
So New Bern takes over the football now at about the 46-yard line, and they got 46 yards to go now for the touchdown. They are in Northern Nash territory. See if this offense can move the football again. Shaquille Hatcher bounces back into the offensive huddle. So does number 21, J.R. Sowell. J.R. comes wide to the left. Running backs are in a split formation and tight. Very tight. Shaquille back to pass. He lifts one up. Sowell is out there, and it falls down to the ground. The wide receiver and the defensive back collided, and I think the officials said that both were running over each other while they were both looking back.
That was a good no call.
Good no call, I think, too. Nothing there. Third down now. Second down and 10 yards to go for the first. 4:47 left to go here in the first quarter of this high school football game. Our CTV 10 high school football game of the week. I'm Ken Strayhorn along with Jimmy Robinson on the call of this game tonight. Into the game goes Telly Miles. Hadn't heard from Telly a whole lot this year either. He's a defensive back and a receiver. And Telly comes into the game, brings the play in, and lines up to the left side. Shaquille Hatcher in the center. Mike Simmons in motion. Hatcher pitches out. There's running room on the outside. Down to about the 40, maybe the 39-yard line, where it's going to bring up third down, and I think about 6 yards to go, maybe 5 for the first down.
Defensive end was closing real quick on Shaquille. He actually had to pitch the ball a lot shorter than he wanted to, but a good pickup by Duke.
It sure was a good pickup by Duke, who's a good, strong runner. Give a lot of credit to the offensive line for New Bern all year long. Those guys have done their jobs up front. They rumble up front and they block real effectively. New Bern is ready for this third down play. You got to think that they're in 2-down territory here now. The handoff goes to Mike Simmons, almost caught in the backfield. He's got the first down. Mike kind of hit the ground. I think he felt like he had a little more room to run.
Yeah, I think that play was really supposed to go around to the outside, but the defensive man did a good job of containing, so he had to cut it up.
Nonetheless, New Bern still got the first down, and as of yet, Northern Nash has not put the stopper on the Bears. On the 33-yard line, moving in, comes New Bern. Shaquille Hatcher bounces to the line again. Mickey Johnson goes wide right. Hatcher calls signals. There's the snap. Handoff goes right up the middle. There's room up the middle. Duke Midget goes down inside the 25-yard line to the 24. We got a player down on the football field. A Northern Nash player seems to be injured. 3:15 left to go here in the first quarter of this contest. New Bern High School leads Northern Nash 7-0. Timeout, so we're going to do the same. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. The injured player was Rodney Joyner. He got up and went off the field on his own steam. The crowd gave him a good hand. It's 1st and 10 Bears. They're inside the 25-yard line, maybe at the 24, and going in. Hatcher back looking to pass. He throws across the middle. Nothing there. The interference flag came late. It wasn't interference.
I don't think so, Kenny.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't think that ball was catchable. That ball was way behind him, a little incidental contact, but it doesn't matter what we think, it's what the referee thinks.
Well, that is true. You're right about that. All opinions are welcome, though. That's for sure. And you could have been right. The official had to think about it for a while. He waited and waited and waited. And then I said to myself, well, maybe he's not going to throw a flag. Then he did.
Actually, the side judge threw that, and the back judge, it was his call, so maybe the side judge thought the back judge was asleep.
Could be, could be. Well, that's going to give New Bern 1st and 10, and the ball is on the 13-yard line. Northern Nash hasn't come anywhere near stopping this New Bern offense thus far in this football game. They come out with another spread. One running back in the backfield, everybody else in a receiver position. Shaquille Hatcher rose to the left. He's looking to throw, but he's sacked back at the 24-yard line.
It's number 44, Columbus Wilkins. Middle linebacker did a good job.
So it's going to be 2nd down and a long ways to go for New Bern. About 10 yards they lost on that play. Bears got a long ways to go. Asmar Bennett goes into the lineup for New Bern. He brought in the play for Coach Chip Williams. Bennett then turns and comes to the left side of the line of scrimmage. One back in the backfield as New Bern spreads out its offense. The handoff goes right up the middle to Duke Midget and didn't fool anyone. New Bern was looking to catch him off guard that time.
I think you're right. I think they were hoping Northern Nash thought they were in a passing situation, going to pop deep through the line there.
Yep. A lot of times that play will work too. Once you have someone in what you think is a passing situation, and then you get that quick pop right up the middle, the running back breaks the initial seam, and there's nobody else to catch him anywhere. Third down for the Bears, and a long ways to go for the 1st down. There's the snap. Hatcher looks to pass, steps up in the pocket. He throws out incomplete to Jamie Bembry, and there is a flag on the field. Usually that's in the holding situation.
Yeah, and if it's against us, there's a good chance that'll take us out of field goal range.
It's holding
against us.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Get another play anyway, Kenny.
Yep. That probably would have worked had Jamie Bembry stayed with the route and continued to run his pass pattern. I think he thought that Shaquille was trapped back there and was getting ready to go back to help out a little.
They declined the penalty, Kenny. We're going to try a field goal here. That surprises me a little bit.
That surprises me too, particularly with the caliber of kicker that New Bern has. When you saw him kick the extra point all the way into the field house.
All right, this is going to be about a 37-yard field goal.
The ball is down. He makes the approach, he kicks it. There's a lot of room there. It's good. It's good. A 38-yard field goal by number 30 for New Bern. That's Chad Vernon. A great field goal kick.
Kenny, he's a good kicker. He hadn't got a whole lot of notoriety, but he's got 2 45-yarders this year, and now he's got a 38-yarder and 1 or 2 more, and he's going to get somebody's attention.
Well, when you have an offense that takes the ball into the end zone all the time, you don't get many opportunities.
Exactly right. You just get to see him pick extra points, and you really can't tell much there.
10-0, New Bern leads Rocky Mount here with 1:11 left to go in the first quarter. We are watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. Lots of fans gathered here at New Bern Bear Caruso Coach Stadium tonight. And New Bern leading 10-0 is ready to kick off once again. There's the approach and there's the kick. Oh, it's a big end over end kick. Caught up in the wind, taken at the 6-yard line. A lot of Bears down there. He's not going to make it back to the 20.
Kenny Michael Doze is the man who made that play. He was down there real quick and made the guy change direction and start stuttering a little bit, and he had a lot of help there to bring the man down.
And when you're returning that punt or a kickoff, you can't stutter. You got to run the football.
You can't stop because you got a lot of folks coming at you.
That's exactly right. So Northern Nash is going to take over the football, 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Under center for Northern Nash is their quarterback, number 7, Chasen Ricks. He hands off to his running back. He's hit immediately and dropped for about a 2-yard gain.
That's a man, Joe Best there. We hadn't heard much out of Joe lately. I'm looking for him to really step up these last 2 games and show us something like he did the first of the year.
Joe Best is an excellent football player, and we talk his name quite often all year long. Joe Best wears number 72. He's a linebacker and a guard, 220 pounds, 6 feet. 2nd down and about 8 yards to go for the first for Northern Nash. They tried to go around the left side of the line, and that didn't work either. They lost yards.
Yeah, look how many black shirts they got around that ball. They're really pursuing it real well.
They are there. And, of course, New Bern is in black with the red helmets. Northern Nash is in white jerseys, white pants, and gold and green hats. We're at the end of the first quarter in this game. New Bern leads Northern Nash 10-0. Timeout in this CTV 10 high school football game of the week. We're back to action now as Northern Nash gets ready to line up, losing this contest thus far, 10-0. There's the snap. Quarterback rolls back looking. He's being pursued. He throws the ball up, and it is caught. Good catch. I thought that he was fumbling the ball as he went out.
I tell you what, he might have caught it, but he sure paid the price because Asmar Pitt, Duke Midget's one of those 2. I'm not sure which one really laid the leather to it.
He sure did that. And I still don't think it was enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about a yard to go for the first.
Hey, you go and measure it, Kenny.
Okay. The guy on the chain over on the far side, a down marker, has been real fast at changing it. So I don't know if it's 3rd down now, whether it's 4th down is short right now.
I think he must think it's short and it's going to be 4th down.
I think he must think that too. We're making the measurements on this side of the football field now, right on the sidelines. And the official says it is 4th down. And if you're Northern Nash right now, you don't have any other choice. You got to kick the football. Of course, I thought you didn't have any other choice a few minutes ago except take that penalty.
Yeah.
And they chose not to, and New Bern kicked the field goal.
Kicking into the wind, too. New Bern should have real good field position.
They should have good field position. Unless the kicker comes up with a good spiral like he did the last time, that turns over in mid-flight. And that kicker is their quarterback. That is number 7, Chasen Ricks. He's back to kick now. He stands on about the 14-yard line. Back deep for New Bern as they continue to shuffle players. Asmar Bennett. Sometimes he's back there. Sometimes J.R. Sowell is back there. There's the punt. It's going to be a short one compared to the last one. Out of bounds at about the 49-yard line.
Hard kicking into that wind.
New Bern Bear, 1st down. And they got to go about 52 yards to pay dirt this time. One thing we haven't seen from New Bern's offense that we've been seeing in games prior to this one, and that's been the long play. Maybe we'll see it in the series.
Don't throw it too deep. Throw a lot of out patterns, something across the middle.
Mike Simmons comes up from his running back spot into the fullback spot this time. Backs in an I formation. There's the pitch off, goes around the left side. A nice block by Simmons. It springs the running back for about a 3 or 4 yard gain. It would have been a loss had Mike Simmons not put on a good block.
You're right. Good pickup like JR. You don't ever know what JR is going to play. Sometimes he'll line up in the slot, sometimes at the flanker, and sometimes the tailback.
That is true. That is true. It's going to be second down now, and about 6 yards to go for the first down for New Bern. Shaquille Hatcher under center. He looks like he goes out and he talks to his receiver a little. He fumbled the football. Did he get it back? He did get it back. Looks like he gained about a yard or two also on that fumble. Flag on the play. Illegal procedure. New Bern. We're going to lose a few yards. $11:05 before the halftime of this contest. 10-0. New Bern leads Northern Nash right now. Second down and about 12 yards to go for the first down for the Bears. New Bern has not been forced into a punting situation thus far this evening. Shaquille Hatcher barks out his signals again, looks down the line. There's the snap. He's looking, he's being pursued. He throws long. Johnson catches the ball. He's down at the 5-yard line.
Great job by Mickey Johnson there. He got turned around a little bit, looked up his outside shoulder, the ball was right there.
Oh, that was very, very nice job by Mickey Johnson. You can just see how these players have matured as the season has progressed.
They're playing with a lot of confidence, Kenny. That's what coaches like to see. When you get a lot of confidence, they believe everything you say.
In game 2 of the season, Mickey Johnson had a pass almost like that and lost the ball in flight. This time he did a very tough athletic maneuver, turned around with the ball in flight, picked up the ball and caught it.
He threw that ball about 35, 40 yards on a dead run, right on the money.
Good looking pass too, wasn't it? First and goal. No, it is not first and goal. First and 10. The ball at about the 11-yard line. There's a handoff inside, picked up about 2 yards. Tough getting yards now.
Yeah, it is.
You go on the inside, and when you start talking about this part of the football field, down in the red zone, that's when you call on your big boys in the middle. And you say, guys, I know it's tough now. We've come all the way down the field, but you got to bow your necks and blow out somebody. And
a lot of teams can't run it up and down the field, and they can't get it in that red zone.
You're right about that. You're right about that. And the New Bern offensive line has been blowing people out. I want to watch them this time and see what they do. And you see a lot of people disappear. Mike Simmons popped to the outside. He's going to the cone. He's got it. Touchdown, New Bern.
Good cut by Mike to bounce outside that time, and they just beat him on his pure speed right to the corner over there.
And I watched the initial contact inside by New Bern's offensive line. They mowed a lot of people down, allowed Mike to get to the outside because no pursuit was coming from the inside out. What a football team this has become. Now, and I told you just a second ago, I said, Jim, hard for me to believe there's a better football team in the state than this New Bern team right now. Extra point conversion is down and up, and it is good. So New Bern High School leads 17-0 now with 9:28 left to go in the second quarter. Timeout on the field. We're going to do the same. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. The ball is teed up, and we're ready to go once again as the New Bern offense has scored another touchdown to go up 17-0. It's been a long time since we've had a close game here with New Bern. They've been blowing people out this year. And another long kickoff. It's going to go almost through the end zone. Hit in the end zone, then went through.
Kenny, Chad had a little tailwind that time and kicked that ball almost all the way through the end zone. Somebody's going to be after him before it's all over.
And you tell me that Chad Burnham is the goalie on the soccer team.
That's right. Think about the soccer coach. I'd want him kicking that ball. The heck of trying to stop those other kicks.
Telling you, I want him to strike that ball as many times as he can. Well, Rocky Mount will try to move the football once again. Rocky Mount. Northern Nash. I'm in last week's game, Jim. Northern Nash will try to move the football once again. It's been very, very difficult on them doing that this evening. They come to the line of scrimmage in an I formation. The quarterback looks to throw. He throws an out pattern, and it is incomplete. I thought J.R. Sowell was setting up to intercept that.
J.R. had a notion to go for that ball, and he had Michael Doles behind him. He had somebody to protect him if he hadn't got the ball. Been a good time to do it.
It sure would have been. Oh, Northern Nash has tried to move the football on the ground. They couldn't. Now they're trying to move it through the air, and it doesn't look good there either. If you're the coach on the sideline, Jim, what do you do?
Kenny, as I said all year, I think if I was coaching against these Bears, I'd try to spread them out as much as I could.
I think you're right. Northern Nash in the shotgun. Quarterback's looking to throw. He's being pursued. Lots of Bears. He's hit and dropped.
Got 4 people right there just voting to see who's going to make the tackle.
He was surrounded by Bears. There was just nowhere to go. And they put a chokehold on the poor fellow, and he goes down. There is just not many weak points on the New Bern football team, both offensively or defensively. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 20 to go for Northern Nash as they come out in a passing formation. The quarterback is dropped back. He's got the football, hands off on the draw. Little room there for the running back. He dances out for about a pickup of maybe 13 yards, but still far from being enough for the first down. Northern Nash once again was working out of the shotgun formation. That's going to bring up 4th down now in a kicking situation for Northern Nash. Looks like the New Bern band and the kids over there are having a great time tonight.
Yeah, they are, and they told us before the game started here the Marching Bears won another award last week in competition.
That's right. Here's the punt. It's going to be a short punt this time, and it gets by Asmar Bennett. He picks up the football. He's got some room around the sideline. Goes down the sideline, flags on the play. Bennett goes all the way down and in for the touchdown, but we got 2 flags on the play.
I think they're going to call it back.
I think one was a clip, and I thought I saw it.
I'll tell you one thing, though, Asmar Bennett's got some speed.
It didn't take him long to get down the sidelines, did it?
I think when he misfumbled that ball there and picked it up, he said, if I don't run this thing back, Coach Williams is going to have me cramping coast to coast next week. I got to do something.
He really scooted down the sidelines now, but we have to come back and bring it all back and start all over again. 3 flags now. I see 3 flags down. Jim, I asked you a question a while ago, but I think I asked you off air. Have you ever seen a New Bern team this good?
Kenny, I haven't, and thinking back to when I was in high school over in Vanceburg, had a lot of friends over here in New Bern, and they had some good football teams in the late 60s there. But no, as far back as I can remember, I think this is the best team.
This is an awfully good New Bern high school football team. And I felt like at the early part of the season when they were making a lot of mistakes, fumbling the football and that kind of thing, if they wouldn't stop themselves, that they had all the potential in the world. And it seems like they've kept their heads level and they've worked hard and they've put together a heck of a football team. New Bern back on the offensive once again. Shaquille Hatcher rolls out. He looks. He's being pursued. He throws. The ball is caught and dropped for about a 1-yard loss on that play. But it was nice to get it out of there anyway.
Yeah, it was, because if he hadn't thrown that little touch pass to Duke Mitchell, he'd have lost about 10 yards.
He sure would have. Otherwise, he's going to lose about a half yard. It's going to be 2nd down now and about 10.5 to go for the first.
Those Northern Nash defenders are pretty quick because they're running with Shaquille step for step, and Shaquille can fly.
Yeah, they were. Might be a passing situation for the New Bern Bears right now. Running backs in a split formation in the back. The blitz is on. There's a handoff to Mike Simmons. He had some running room, but it closed fast, still picked up about 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd down for New Bern now and about 5.5 or 6 yards to go for the first down. I don't think the Bears have punted the ball tonight, have they? Do you remember New Bern punting the ball?
No, they haven't punted so far, Kenny.
Thus far, 6:41 left to go before the half. 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. New Bern has not punted in this game tonight, and they lead 17-0. Here's the snap. It's going to be the halfback pass, and it's thrown back to Shaquille Hatcher, but Mike Simmons didn't have enough time to get it off.
Yeah, that's a little trick play there. I've seen that play run, and most of the time it'll go, but Mike had a lot of company back there beginning with to kind of throw the rhythm of the play off.
Yes, had he lofted the ball and let Shaquille run under it, it might have worked. But for the first time tonight, the Bears will have to punt the football away, leading 17-0. This is going to give Northern Nash probably their best field position of the evening. Duke Midget is back to kick for New Bern. There's the kick. It's an end-over-end kick. It's going to come down at about the 30-yard line. He's out of bounds at the 35.
They were rushing Kenny. They were trying to block that punt. Duke did a good job of getting it out of there.
When you're in the shape that Northern Nash is in right now, you've got to tell yourself, we need something to happen right now. We need a change.
They need some big plays. They need to take some chances and try to get the spirits back up.
They do that. And you got to think that one more New Bern touchdown, and for the most part, this one is over.
I'd hate to know I was behind 24-0 trying to catch up against this defense.
I would too. So Northern Nash comes back and brings their quarterback back under center. They had been operating out of the with a quarterback back deep. Here's the handoff. Running back cuts to the outside. He's hit and dropped. And there's a flag on the play.
Maybe a face mask.
Northern Nash decided to come out of that shotgun formation that time and bring their running back and bring that quarterback up tight. Holding face mask, New Bern.
Against New Bern.
Face mask, New Bern. That's going to be a big one, probably.
It'll be 15 yards.
And you're absolutely right. It is going to be 15. Brings the ball out to the 50-yard line. Northern Nash gets the first down with that 15, first and 10 at the 50. Northern Nash brings it back up. Their quarterback, Chasen Ricks, calling signals. He hands off up the middle to his fleet-footed running back, but he falls in for about a 3-yard gain. Young man seems to have some quickness getting into the line.
Yeah, he hit that hole pretty quick, didn't he?
He sure did that. Things closed in a hurry. New Bern got some beef up front. 5:37 left to go here in the first half of this football game. 17-0. New Bern leads Northern Nash. Ricks under center. Looks around. Gathers in the snap. He's hit in the backfield. There's a fumble on the play and dropped.
That was Jamie Bender blitzed from that outside linebacker position. Kenny timed it just perfectly.
Jamie almost got back there and got the handoff that time.
Sure did. I tell you, when you got a team playing with as much confidence as they do and you know how solid that defense is, you can take some chances like that and make something happen.
You sure can. That's going to bring up third down now and about 18 to go for the first.
I'll tell you something else you can do too. You can get that coach over there a lot of headaches.
You sure can. Northern Nash is going to take a timeout. 17-0. New Bern leads Northern Nash with 4:52 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll be back in just a few seconds. Trying to entertain this very, very large New Bern High School football crowd that's at the game tonight. We just had a flag out on the football field. It was third down and about 18 to go for the first. And Jimmy, I don't know what the flag was about.
Didn't tell either, Kenny.
The officials are huddled up in the middle right now trying to figure out what the deal is. One of the New Bern players clapped his hands. This illegal procedure on Northern Nash. They're going to go back a few more yards. They're going the wrong direction. This drive started at the 50-yard line. They're now back to the 39. And that's what the New Bern defense has done to a lot of people this year, pushed them in the wrong direction. Northern Nash in white, New Bern in black. Their quarterback drops back to throw. He's going to loft one up high. He's got a man there if he can run under it.
Yeah,
he could.
Wide open there too, Kenny. JR and Shakeith over there looking right now. Somebody's supposed to pick that man up on that fly pattern.
Yep. He broke open. When he broke open, had the ball been there on the money, it would have been 6. But otherwise, it's going to be a fourth down and about 21, and the New Bern offense is going to take control of the football once again. Ricks is back to punt now. He's going to punt from about the 26-yard line. He strikes the football. It's a spinner. Asmar Bennett settles under. He fumbled the football, picked it back up, and looked like he might have a little room on the outside. Looking for a block. Couldn't get one. Twists and turns and squirms out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
There's Marlon. A little nervous back there catching that ball for me.
Yep.
Did a good job once he got it though.
He brought it back to the 36-yard line. Yes, a return of about 10, 15 yards. So he turned in a good return at least. So the New Bern offense has 4 minutes, 31 seconds to get into the end zone now. 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. Would you think they were going to go to the air right now with the football, Jim?
I don't think so. I think they'll keep it on the ground and start with and see what happens.
Let's see if you're right. Mike Simmons has the football. He's got room off the left side. He's at the 48-yard line. Looks again. Nothing there. Got turned around a little bit and started to go the wrong way.
Yeah, Mike tried to run over somebody over there. I couldn't tell who it was, but he didn't have much luck, but he had a real nice run.
And there's a flag on the play to the far side of the football field. Let's see what that's all about.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that might be.
Unless it's face masking or something like that.
It's against New Bern, what the Northern Nash players are saying. Clipping. Clipping against us.
Oh, that's going to eliminate a very, very good run. It's going to go back now a long ways. The ball is going to be placed at the 31-yard line, where it's going to be first down now and about 15 yards to go for the first down.
Now we're going to get to see him throw it.
Now we might get a chance to see him throw it. I like one of the receivers running across the middle on a post pattern. 10 or 15 yards, let me hit him on stride across the middle and go in for the touch.
Hadn't seen him throw across the middle much this year. It might be a good call.
Let's see what New Bern's coach Chip Williams decides to do with it. Shaquille Hatcher is looking. Got a man in motion. We're going to stay on the ground with it. There's room up the middle with Duke Midget. He pops to the outside. He over the 50-yard line. First down, another flag on the play.
I don't know who that ref was throwing that flag at. If the vicinity threw it, it must have been a mighty late flag.
I was watching Duke run the football, so I didn't really get an idea of what happened. Another clip
against us. Oh. Well, Kenny, when you got to back out there juking and jiving the way Duke can do, sometimes the offensive players can't quite tell where he's going to go, and it's easy to clip somebody.
That is true. Rocky, Northern Nash has a player injured and down, and that player is number 4. That's M.J. Harrison. He's the cornerback, 5'10", 143 pounds. Looked like he just might have got the wind knocked out of him.
The good news about those flags are that in high school football, a lot of times you don't see a lot of downfield blocking, but in those last 2 plays, they've got those penalties by downfield blocking there, so they're out there looking for somebody to hit.
So after 2 plays that took the football over the 50-yard line and were actually pickups of over 25 yards, we wind up with the same thing that we had before. First down and about 15 to go for the first down. Looked like MJ who just got his bell rung. He's kind of wobbly going off the football field now.
Yeah, MJ's not quite sure where he is. He's somewhere between Nashville and New Bern right now.
I don't want to laugh at the young man, but I know the feeling when
not a good feeling when you get a knee and a helmet, I'll tell you.
No, it's not. You're right about that. You start seeing those little silver things running around. New Bern goes back to the running game. Mike Simmons pops in for a gain of about 3 yards.
Number 44 for Northern Nash is having a real good game, Kenny.
That is Columbus Wilkins. He's a defensive end. He's 6'6", 210 pounds. So he's a long, stringy young man. Probably a pretty good basketball player at 6'6". It's going to be second down now and about 13 yards to go. 3 minutes before the halftime. New Bern leads Northern Nash 17-0.
Going to throw this one long to Mickey Johnson.
Shaquille Hatcher, all right, we'll see. We're not going to get it off. Too much time.
Too much time,
Go back 5 more yards. Looks like the Bears have lost just a little bit of concentration here now that they had early in the game.
Getting a little lackadaisical here, and these penalties sneak up and hurt them if they're not careful.
You're right about that. Need one more touchdown here now to kind of secure this game and put some wrappings on it. even before the halftime. We're talking about that even before the halftime. Shaquille Hatcher under center. This is probably going to be a pass. He rolls to the left, keeping the football. He's got some room over there. He picked up about 10 yards before he goes out of bounds. An excellent run by the quarterback.
Yes, Keith looks a lot better than that option play this week, Kenny.
He does look a lot better. You're right about that.
Coach Williams probably took those films and went last week and showed him, says Keith, the goalpost on the end of the field, not the side of the field.
Yep. It's going to be 3rd down now and 7 yards to go for the first down. See what happens as far as the Bears are concerned and what play they call. It appears to be a passing situation for New Bern. 2:41 remaining before the half. New Bern plays on the sidelines, pointing downfield. Hatcher rolls to the right. He's looking to pass. He's got Johnson out there. Overthrew him. He overthrew him.
Little bit high.
Little bit high, yep.
Northern Nash defense shut us down twice in a row, Ken. It's been a while since somebody's done that.
You're right about that. It sure has. Mickey Johnson was out there. Of course, had he run his pattern to the sidelines instead of bringing it back in, there might have been something there. Might have been. Northern Nash, to get back in this football game, needs to score a touchdown before the halftime. They got 2:35 to do that. They're going to get the football in fairly decent position. New Bern takes the timeout. We're going to do the same. New Bern leads Northern Nash 17-0 with 2:35 left here in the second quarter. Remember last week we had the clouds and the rain? Well, that's what we have this week. A nice moon over Caruso Coates Bear Stadium tonight, where New Bern is ready to punt the football now. 4th down for them. And it's been a great night for New Bern thus far. They've made some mistakes, but they've more than corrected for that. There's the punt. Looks like it's going to wobble out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, where Northern Nash will have it there, 1st and 10, with 2:29 remaining before the half. You got to think that if Northern Nash is going to get back into this football game, they either have to score now or they get the ball on the first possession of the second half. They have to score then. They have to score one of those two places.
They got to make something happen real quick.
They got to get some life back into their offensive and defensive units if they're going to do anything at all. For the most part, New Bern has handled this Northern Nash team like they wanted to tonight. There's a stunt. The ball is thrown up for grabs. Anybody can get it. Nobody does. It falls at about the 30-yard line. Good defense by Asmar Bennett.
He was right there in perfect position.
He was there. It looks like this quarterback has pretty good control of the football, but all Northern Nash has done tonight is thrown the football far downfield. I think I start trying to chip away at them on some of the short passes.
Yeah, you would think they got some out patterns out of the backfield or some plays underneath there.
Yeah, some button hooks across the middle, things like that. New Bern comes on the blitz, and there's one of those short passes we talked about.
Right.
See, that's a pickup of 8 yards.
Right.
You do those little quick hitches and button hooks and things like that, and all of a sudden, you got first down, and you're knocking on the door.
Yeah, and then you get the defenders coming up a little bit, and then you can pop one deep.
That's right. They got to do it fast. Whatever they do, it's 2:01, 2 minutes left to go here before the halftime. Northern Nash quarterback Rick steps under center. He drops straight back, looking to throw. He throws that little short pass again, and he got the first down. Now, if I'm New Bern, now I want to pick one of those off over there, and if you do, it's clear sailing to the end zone.
Yeah, my man JR is over there. He might get one for tonight, sir. I know he's thinking about it right now.
You know that he is. The quarterback for Northern Nash comes back under center. He's dropped straight back. The little quickie pass to the opposite side of the field that time, down to the 42-yard line.
Pickup of 9 yards, Kenny, maybe 10. He may have a first down.
Evidently, the coach was listening to me when I was talking back a while ago.
He must have been.
Just time I said it, he went to doing exactly what I said.
Picked up a first down on that play.
Now, I'm going to try this pass one more time. I'm going to set the defensive back up. Then I'm going to do a hitch and go, hit him down the sideline for the touchdown.
Be a good call.
Back to pass. He throws it to the outside. mix-up from Northern Nash that time on the receiving end, and the ball fell harmlessly to the ground. 2nd and 10 to go for Northern Nash. Fighting Knights are trying to battle back in this game. Down 17-0 to a very fine New Bern high school football team. Northern Nash now comes back up, breaks their offensive line. They're under center. Quarterback drops back to pass. He rolls to the right. He's looking, going to be intercepted. And there's nobody out there, is there? Oh, they got him down at about the 45-yard line. And that is for New Bern, Mike Knowles, number 20, Mike Doles. Mike is a defensive back, running back, 6'1", 170-pound junior.
Kenny, on that play, we had 7 people around the ball.
A lot of people out there. A lot of people out there. It looked like Mike kind of cramped himself a little bit. Like he might have squeezed his neck. They're overlooking at him on the sidelines now. I wonder what Coach Williams is brewing up with his offensive unit as he stands over and talks to them now. I wonder if he's going to try to get some more points on the board now with a minute 20 before the half.
I think he is, and he's got the wind behind him, and
he gets close.
Chad could try a real long field goal. That wind behind him there.
Sure could.
Keep going 50 yards or more, maybe.
Yep, you're right about that.
Probably go to his 2-minute drill here and just kind of inch his way downfield and see what happens.
Well, the big guys rumble back on the football field for New Bern. Number 51, Chris Hills. Number 54 is Bubba Williams. Number 75 is Nick Daly. Number 64 for New Bern is Brandon Speece. Those are the guys, the big boys up front that gets it done, and they really have been doing a fine job all year long for New Bern High School.
He left one out, number 53, Tony Banks. He's a mighty good center.
All right. Sorry, Tony. That was a nice play by number 44.
Yeah, we talked about him earlier.
Yep, we did. Columbus Wilkins. He did a good job that time. And you're right when you said that New Bern was going to go into their hurry-up offense. Back to throw again. There's the long one. Locked it up. Oh!
Nice try over there by Asmar Bennett.
He stretched out.
He did.
He almost got it, too. Almost got it. Excuse my excitement, everyone at home. I didn't mean to yell at you. It's going to be 3rd down now and long for New Bern. What do you do here?
I don't know what I do.
I think I'd air it out again.
Yep. Throw it deep. Yep. Maybe somebody will tip it.
Air it out again. They went with the quick hitter right up the middle with Duke Midget. That's not a bad play either. Not a bad play at all.
We're going to have to punt the ball here. Northern Nash called a timeout. Make sure we do have to punt.
Absolutely right. 42 seconds remaining before the half. 17-0. New Bern leads Northern Nash. Timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. The New Bern High School offense rumbles back up to the line of scrimmage once again. It is a 4th down and long, and the Bears will punt with 42 seconds to go here in the first half of this football game. Duke Midget back to punt, number 22. There's a snap. It's a good one. There's the kick. It's also a good one. The ball is received right on the 30-yard line, and there's a little word. Oh, was he hit on the sideline big time?
Yeah, I don't know who got him, but somebody had a real good pop on him over there.
Oh, it was like somebody had a rubber band around his waist and jerked him back. With 31 seconds left to go before the half here, I don't see very much Northern Nash can do with the football.
No, I think they're going to probably throw it deep and hope something happens. Be in their hurry-up offense here.
Asmar Bennett is in at the free safety spot. It's his job to make sure nothing long gets by. And there is that long ball, and it's intercepted. This one could produce something. Great run that time.
J.R. Souls there, Kenny.
J.R. kept moving with the football. And at least New Bern is going to have about 3 cracks for the end zone here.
Try to hit an out pattern here and just see how far Chad can kick it with this wind behind it.
That's exactly right. It's amazing how fortunes change, isn't it?
Kenny, JR is a master of giving you that hip and taking it away from you.
He is that, isn't he? When he intercepted the ball, that's why I said, oh, something can happen here. You get JR in the broken field, and he can do anything with the ball.
You get JR in the open field, he makes some defensive ball players look like a bunch of beginners.
He can that. He can that. So New Bern is going to take over possession of the football on the 48-yard line, going in. $17-0. The Bears continue to lead Northern Nash. Coach Williams and the other offensive coaches are down talking to their team, trying to come up with some kind of strategy to put this one just a little closer to being away. Shaquille Hatcher calling his plays. There's the snap. He fumbled the football. Did he get it back? He got it back.
Yeah, Duke got it back.
Wasted lots of time, though. That might be the last play of the half. Did he get it stopped?
I think they're going to probably call us the illegal procedure, but
because people were not set.
A lot of folks look like a Chinese fire drill out there.
They were, you're right, Jimmy, they were.
But we're going to get one more play anyway.
It was all over the place, wasn't it? Might have to take a few more yards back, but we'll get one more play off. 5 yards, illegal procedure. The mark-off is made. The ball is at the 45, 46, 47-yard line. It's a long ways for a high school quarterback to throw a football in.
Yeah, it is. You just get back there and tell Shaquille to throw it up and let JR or Mickey Johnson.
Well, we're not going to get it.
Not going to get it, are we?
Not going to get it. Halftime is where we are right now, 17-0. New Bern High School leads Northern Nash here at the halftime. Stick around. The New Bern band, a very solid band, is almost ready to perform.
Folks, we're here at halftime, and not only do we have a good varsity team, but I've got with me tonight 4 of the JV players. The JV players have only lost 1 game this year, and I've got 4 of them here. I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves.
For those of you who came in late last Saturday at Lumberton High School, they competed against 24 other bands.
I'm linebacker and guard.
1 second place in their classification.
I'm linebacker and center.
Second place in music execution.
Chris says you're the quarterback. I'm going to talk to you. Who was it beat y'all this week or this year?
Marching and maneuvering.
26-24.
Beat you almost on the last play of the game, didn't he?
6 seconds left.
How about if I understand right now, next week you boys are going to go over to Greenville Rose and you're playing for the conference championship on the JV level. Is that right? Are y'all going to be ready to get them?
Yes, sir. We've been waiting for this all year. Yeah, I think we can. Our team can.
Folks, this JV game is going to be away at Greenville next week, so if you've got time next Thursday night, let's get over to Greenville, support these baby Bears, and let's hope that they can bring this conference championship all the way back. I'm sure everybody in New Bern and all the New Bern fans wish you guys luck next week in that game. How about bringing that trophy back for us? Let's take a time out.
Tomorrow morning,
Northern Nash, as New Bern leads Northern Nash 17-0. And Jim, I got the first half stats, and they kind of tell the story. The Bears rushed the football 27 times for 76 yards. The Knights 11 times for -9 yards. New Bern led the way in passing, 63 yards to 31, and completed attempts and interceptions. New Bern completed 3 passes, attempted 9, had none intercepted. The Knights completed 4. Had 10 passes, 2 of those were intercepted, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And there's the kickoff, on and on through the end zone.
He did it again.
He did it again.
Nice kick there, Chad.
In the first half, New Bern had 3 punts for 34 yards. The Knights 4 punts, a 35-yard average. New Bern had no turnovers. Northern Nash had 2. Time of possession, New Bern had the ball 15 minutes in the first half. Northern Nash only had it 9.
Can he go back to the halftime last week and this week? Negative yards both times for the opposing offense.
Unbelievable, unbelievable that a defense can hold someone to negative yards in a football game like that. Quarterback's back to throw. He throws and the receiver is hit and dropped for about a 2-yard gain.
Rick pass to Dante People, immediately tackled by J.R. Soule. Pick up of 4, it'll be 2nd and 6.
Second down and about 6 yards to go now for Northern Nash as they come out of the huddle. Quarterback chasing Ricks under center. He's back to pass again. No, he hands off on the draw to his running back. He might have enough for the first down, and he does. Rumbles out to about the 35-yard line, 36-yard line.
Kenny, Northern Nash trying to get a little momentum here. They stopped us 3 times before the half, and they're coming out here to start right off with a first down. I wonder what the coach told them at half.
I don't know, but that was a good run up the middle that time. Here comes the Fighting Knights again. Ricks take the snap. New Bern on the blitz. There's the throw up. And it's incomplete. Great, great, great defense by Asmar Bennett.
He's been there all night, right where he needs to be.
He was with the receiver, and the receiver was Chris Barnes, stride for stride. That's going to bring up second down and 10 yards to go for Northern Nash. Coming out of the game for New Bern is Brandon Speece. He goes on both sides of the football. He's got to be a tired young man when the night's done.
He goes hard on every play, too.
Here's the quarterback under center. He's trying to throw again. That out pass again. It's complete. Going to bring up third down and about 6 to go for the first.
Kenny, that little out pass you talked about the first down, the Knights are having a lot of success with it.
As long as it's there, I would keep going to it, and then every now and then do the out and up and try to strike long with that. Use your short pass to go long instead of throwing the ball long. Third down now and about 6, maybe 7 yards to go for the first down. Northern Nash looking for their second first down of the second half. Chasing Ricks in the quarterback. Dropping back, looking to throw. There's that out and up we talked about. Out of bounds. Possibilities there, though, on that.
Yeah, he was open.
He was open. He was open.
That's twice over there that somebody's missed their coverage on that far side on that deep out up there.
That is right. No doubt about that. Going to bring up fourth down now, though, and Northern Nash will have to punt the ball away. It's going to be good watching Asmar Bennett return the ball again. I hope he gets a chance to return it.
Yeah, I'd like to see Asmar field this one clean and run it back all the way.
He's exciting when he feels it. It's going to be a fake. The quarterback's looking to throw. Intercepted. There's a flag on the play, but intercepted by Shaquille Hatcher. He's looking for room to get around. He brings the ball back down to about the 35-yard line where he's chased out of bounds.
Be interesting to see what this call is.
It will be.
They may get us for pass interference. I don't know.
I didn't think that was pass interference. I thought Shaquille Hatcher was just a whole lot more aggressive than their receiver was and just got him out of the way and got the football.
Yeah, that's what the call was, Kendi. I don't think it was against Shaquille. I couldn't tell who it was against, but that's exactly what the call is. That's going to be a first down for them.
Mistakes, if that's the case. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. When you got a chance to put this game away, New Bern continued to come up with some big plays, but just can't capitalize on those. Every time they get a big one, they have a penalty to accompany. Let's see what happens. Push off. Interference. New Bern. First down. Northern Nash will take the ball now at their 46-yard line and going in. They have 46 yards from a touchdown now. Northern Nash is. Some of the New Bern fans a little disgruntled at that call, but I don't know, Jim. Might have been. They go for it all. The ball is deep. Interference is going to be another call against New Bern.
That was a good call, Kenny.
That was a good call. I thought so, too.
Ball kind of hung up a little bit there, and the offensive man turned around, and Michael Doze was fronting him and ran right into it.
Absolutely. I think you're right about that. He didn't look around at the ball. He just kind of ran over the receiver. And sometimes that happens.
Going to be another 15-yarders. They're going to have good real opportunity to score down here. We need to dig in and stop them, do away with these penalties.
They are. Northern Nash is picking up yards, and they're picking up yards because the New Bern defense gives it to them, not because they're earning it. So the ball is going to be placed now at the 31-yard line, and it's going to be first down for Northern Nash there. 10:40 left to go here in the third quarter of this football game. Jason Ricks back under center again. He's going to hand off to his running back right up the middle. He picked up about 3 and goes down. Northern Nash does have a little more spark now, though, than they had when they went in at the halftime.
Yeah, you got a little pep in the step, don't they?
They do. They do. Second down, about 7.5 to go for the first. Northern Nash sends 2 wide receivers to the left. 1 receiver to the right. The quarterback drops back to throw. He's got time. He throws. The guy's open. He's got the ball. He's going to go in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Northern Nash.
Yep. We got to take this momentum back away from them, Kenny.
Got to take the momentum back away from them right now. And that's what penalties will do for you. Penalties will allow you to march the ball down like that and score. Got a big breeze blowing now, too, down this football field as Northern Nash steps in and get ready to kick the extra point. There's the snap. They're going to go for 2. The quarterback is looking to throw. He throws it up, and it's knocked down incomplete. 17-6.
I think he was faking that all the way.
I think he was faking that all the way, too. That was planned. Timeout on the field. We're going to do the same. New Bern leads Northern Nash 17-6. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. 9:54 left to go here in the third quarter of this game, and Northern Nash is ready to do an onside kick, and they do not. They kick deep. Mike Simmons settles in. He catches the ball. Heads upfield with it. Got a lot of steam. Oh, I thought he might have hit a seam there. He didn't hit it.
Looked like it. He was just a little bit away. If he could have got another step or 2, he'd have been gone.
He would have that. So let's see if New Bern comes out with a different attitude now that Northern Nash has scored and New Bern has a 17-6 lead now.
We got to get something going here, Kenny.
The games have been so one-sided so far in the last month that this seems like a close game, and it's really not. Shaquille Hatcher brings his offensive team back. Seems like it's been a long time since we've seen this offensive New Bern at the line of scrimmage. He hands off to Mike Simmons up the middle. Mike gets some room. He barrels his way out. About 11-yard gain. First down, Bears.
Showed a lot of determination on that carry.
Yep. He walked up in there pretty hard that time.
Running right over big Nicky Daly in there, junior tackle.
Asmar Bennett comes out of the game. Going into the game is Phillip Thomas. First down, New Bern at the 41-yard line. The handoff goes to Mike Simmons. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. Seems like Northern Nash continues to grow their mustard here in this game. They're feeling better about themselves. They're hitting a little better now. That touchdown gave them a little spirit. Second down and 10 to go for New Bern. Shaquille Hatcher calling plays down the line. He drops back. He rolls to the left. He throws. He's got a man open, and it's caught at the 45-yard line. And down goes Jamie Bembry at the 45-yard line.
There's that little underneath pass we've been talking about, Kenny. I ran it one time last week, too, and Shaquille did a good job of finding Jamie wide open across the middle.
First and 10 Bears as they go in, working about 45 yards away from the goal line in pay dirt.
Real good rollout block on that last play by Brandon Speece on that defensive end to give Shaquille time to throw the ball.
Shaquille Hatcher pitches out to Mike Simmons. He had to elude a tackler in the backfield. He gets back up to about the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, they had a blitz on from the outside linebacker that time, and it threw the rhythm of the playoff once again. And when something like that happens, it just disrupts the whole play, and you got to get whatever you can get.
2nd and 10 for New Bern right now, as Mar Bennett goes back into the football game. Bears come out of the huddle. Mike Simmons at the tailback spot, running back center I formation. Bennett hands off to Simmons. He's got some room in the middle. He cracks in for about a 5-yard gain.
Hadn't seen much out of Duke tonight here, Kenny. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him pop one here in a minute.
You're right about that. Duke Mitchell has not carried the football very much, but when he does, he carries it like a load with a lot of authority. 3rd down now, and about 6 yards to go for the New Bern Bears. New Bern breaks the huddle. Running backs in a split formation this time. Receivers left and right. There's the pitch, and it goes to Duke Midget. He's hemmed in tight. He battles a little bit, but couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to run that
4th
option
down
to the short side over here, and like Rocky Mount had a stunt this way.
So do you try to get it now, or do you punt the football away?
Oh, let's see here. I think I'll try to punt it to the far corner over there and try to pin them down, let the defense shut them down. Maybe we'll have good field position.
And I think that's what I would do also. Let's see what happens now. As far as the game is concerned, New Bern is going to shift around, it looks like, and do exactly what you say. And the punter will have the wind at his back as he sails this one down. And that punter will be Duke Midget. Duke will hit the ball at about the 45-yard line. Going in. Back to receive now is number 6 for Northern Nash. That's Rodney Joyner. The ball is up. It's going to hit and go through the end zone for a touchback. Didn't need that.
No, we didn't need that. Not that time.
But
we're hoping that receiver will come up there and touch that ball.
Yeah, with a stiff wind at their back, the ball just sailed on down and right into the end zone, although he didn't kick the ball very high. No problem for it to go through the end zone that time. So Northern Nash will take the football at the 20-yard line and see if the New Bern defense can hold them here.
Yeah, we need to dig in this time and stop it.
I feel a turnover coming.
I hope you're right, because Northern
Nash
Nash comes down this time. We got a football game on our hands.
You're right about that. I feel a turnover come, though, as the New Bern Bear defense settles in. They've played like Bears all year long. The quarterback back to pass. He throws the football. It's caught. And the receiver goes down instantly. I think he picked up about 3 or 4 yards. Mark is about 5 yards for him, maybe 4. So let's call it 2nd down and 6 yards to go for the 1st down.
Our outside linebacker's a little bit soft on that out pattern right now. I'll be surprised one of them doesn't come up right in a minute and pick that thing off, because the quarterback's starting to telegraph his passes.
Yep. And they're going to the same pass that we talked about. They're going to the well a whole lot of times now. It's a running play off the left side. It didn't get very much. Picked up about 2 yards, and that's it. Sooner or later, the clock becomes an enemy for Northern Nash. We've got 5:05 remaining in the 3rd quarter of this game. 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for Northern Nash, and they got a long ways to go with this one. I got to think they're going to try to throw that out pass again. If I'm playing on the New Bern defense, that's what I'm sitting back and waiting on. Quarterback under center, drops back to pass. There's, he's going to go try to go long with it. It's knocked down and incomplete. J.R. Sowell was there, and he went up to try to get it, but couldn't quite get it.
Good stop by the Bear defense.
What you were talking about was right. Kick the football, get a stop, and try to have good position. Now, the wind is going to be blowing against Northern Nash now, so Asmar Bennett should get a pretty good spot on this ball when it comes down.
And we should have good field position.
Should have good field position. There's the snap. There's the punt. It is going to be very, very good field position. It's going to look like it's going to go out at about the 40-yard line, maybe the 45.
Oh, we got a flag, Kenny.
There's a flag on the play.
It's either against Michael Doles or number 8 from Northern Nash. A little extracurricular activity in there.
Let's see what the officials call.
New Bern.
Holding on New Bern.
What a killer.
No doubt about it, the penalties have hurt New Bern tonight and hurt them very, very bad. And here is another one that could give Northern Nash a first down.
That's the kind of stuff there right there, Kenny, that drives coaches crazy, because that penalty was nowhere near the play.
And you have to become concerned in a little while now. New Bern has got a 17-0 lead, then they fluttered, and the team is still fluttering. And if Northern Nash get on the board again, it's a football game.
You're right.
So now you got to tell yourself, if you're coaching on the sideline, say, well, we got to keep our composure here and try to get something else out of this so that we can put this game away. The officials still trying to figure out where they are on the football field. And they're trying to answer the coaching staff some now, too. I don't think the coaches from New Bern like what they heard that time.
I think they were saying that might not have been a first down. I think they were trying to get them to measure for it.
Yes. But it is first down, Northern Nash now. Quarterback goes back to pass. He's looking to throw. He throws it out. It's a fluttering pass. It falls down to the ground. I thought New Bern had a great chance to intercept the ball that time at around the 50-yard line, but they did not come up with it.
Yeah, we had 4 men right around the ball there and fighting each other for the ball, but at least Northern Nash guy didn't get it.
Second down now, and 10 yards to go for the first down.
Kenny, on that play right there, the left tackle, or the right tackle, number 65, was the receiver. So, or maybe that's 85.
So we had tackle eligible.
Yeah, it might have been a tackle eligible.
Okay. Well, draw play for Northern Nash, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe a loss of about 2 yards.
Did get by somebody down there.
It sure was. We couldn't see exactly who, because the New Bern guys that are standing on the sideline blocked away as that play came very close to the sideline. 4:05 left to go in the third quarter of this game, 17-6. New Bern now leads Northern Nash. It's going to be third down and about 12 yards to go for the first down for the Fighting Knights of Northern Nash. They played a better second half, but New Bern has hurt themselves with penalties. Quarterback back to throw. He looks, he throws it up. He's got a man out there. He caught the football and he's down to the 32-yard line with it. Deshante Peoples on the reception that time.
He just floated up, let that big guy run underneath it, Kenny, and free safety. The New Bern's kind of slow reacting to the ball when it's hung up in the air that long. And
I think the New Bern defense is in a little shock right now, and it's time for them to snap out of it and play some tough ball, dig in and get it done.
It's been a while since somebody's moved the ball against them and they don't quite know how to respond to it.
Yep, it's been a long time since anybody has moved the football on New Bern. 3:27 left to go here in the third quarter of this football game. We might have a contest. In the I formation, the ball goes right up the middle. The running back picked up about 3 yards and he's down. For Northern Nash, that was Maurice Richardson, 5'10", 173-pounder. He's a senior at Northern Nash. Second down and 8 yards to go, Jim. The ball resting on about the 31-yard line.
We need to stop here bad.
New Bern needs to stop, no doubt about that. See if they can come up with a big play. The defense settled in. Quarterback back to pass. He's looking. He throws the out pass. It's caught. The running back reversed his field. He's hit and dropped. He's going to lose about a yard, I think.
Yeah, he's telegraphing that pass real bad. I'm surprised somebody hadn't picked one off already.
I've been looking for somebody to step in and get it. It's going to be third down now and about 9 yards to go for the first down. And if New Bern doesn't give it to him on a penalty, usually they get the stop.
Be surprised if he doesn't come back over here with that long pass to number 60 over here.
Kind of floated up again. If he does, Asmar Bennett's going to get it. Third down. The quarterback goes on the running around the right side. He's trapped and dropped by Joe Best.
Yeah, that's real surprising there.
Going to bring up fourth down, and if I'm Northern Nash, I got to try to go for it.
You got to go for it, Ken.
I got the ball on the 36-yard line, 4th down, and about 13 to go. I got to try to throw for first. Trailing 17-6. A minute 33 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's your wide receiver, number 80, that just caught the long one. Quarterback under center. He drops back. He looks. He throws the ball up once again. As it has all night long. This one is intercepted.
J.R. Soule, Kenny.
He intercepted. J.R. Soule did and went out of bounds.
Coach Williams probably wished that J.R. just batted that thing down since it was 4th down, but instinct makes him catch the ball.
It does that. And it's going to catch. It's going to be back on about the 7-yard line, maybe the 6-yard line. Let's go with the 8-yard line. How about that? Well, New Bern's going to bring it out coming this way now as Mark Bennett goes into the football game for the Bears. As they try to get something going and try to, a long drive right now with a minute 14 left to go here in the 3rd quarter would do wonders for New Bern as far as running out the clock in this one and putting some more points on the board. There's the handoff to Duke Mitchell right in the middle. He fumbled the football. It's being kicked around. Northern Nash got it. Touchdown, Northern Nash. We got a football game here.
Now, Kenny.
Looks like we're going to get our first opportunity to see how New Bern, how they do under pressure.
You're right. Be interesting to see how they respond to this pressure here. They haven't had any in several games. Can't keep making those mistakes on penalties and now fumble.
You're right about that. So Northern Nash now gets ready for the conversion. You got to think they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. It's now 17-12. And let's see what the Fighting Knights decide to do with the football. They're going to come out and go for 2. Quarterback settled down in the center. Got 3 receivers to the left. He looks to the left. He throws across the middle. Good. And it's open and he dropped the football.
He dropped it.
He had it in his hand and dropped it.
Well, thank you, number 8.
17-12 is going to be the score here now. Timeout on the field. We're going to do the same. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. Welcome back, everybody. The fans here in New Bern are beating on these metal seats as they see their team trailing now by just 5. 17-12. Northern Nash gets ready to kick off the football. New Bern has made their share of mistakes tonight, leading 17-0. They have now allowed the Fighting Knights to get back into this football game. Let me see if they go for the onside kick here, Jimmy. It might be a little early for that, though. They kick it away. Mike Simmons settles in on the football. He's at the 10, goes across the field to the 15, to the 20, to 25, out at the 35, 36-yard line.
Good return by Mike.
Now it's time for the Bears to get the ball 1st and 10 here and go to work with it.
Yeah, Kenny, it's showtime. We got to do something right now.
It is showtime. A touchdown by Northern Nash, and they have a 1-point lead in this game. So the New Bern offense now needs to chip away and get down inside and make some things happen. I feel confident they will. There's the throw. Wide receivers out, got the ball. He's got some running room. He gets past everybody. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. And it is touchdown, New Bern.
Kenny, he turned the afterburners on there. Mickey Johnson gave that guy a little juke step. 2 or 3 had to hang on. He just down running all the way to the end zone.
Mickey Johnson showed a lot of speed on that one.
Telling you.
It didn't take New Bern long to get it back. That was a great play by Mickey Johnson, and that was done almost all on the part of Mickey Johnson. He got the football, and he just outran everybody down the sidelines. And New Bern ups their ante on the board. New Bern's going for 2 points.
Now throw.
There's the throw.
There you go.
Mickey Johnson again, and they got the 2-point conversion.
Good decision by Shakeith there. Like we said before, the defensive back's got to come up to get Shakeith, and that's going to leave Mickey wide open back there.
We got another flag on the play, Jimmy, over on the far
against
side
us
of the
too.
football field. It's against New Bern again. So the Bears will have to try to do it again, or you got to think in this kind of situation, the coaching staff will at least consider going ahead and kicking the 1-point conversion instead of trying to run for 2.
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and let Chad kick this one for that.
And I see Chad out on the football field now. He has his tee in his hand. So it looks like Chad is going to kick it this time. Well, that brought the New Bern fans to their feet, though. And you hear the chant right now. It's going back to 12 is what the score is right now. Here's the extra point conversion. The snap, the ball is placed, it's up. It looks good. It is good. 24-12, New Bern now leads Northern Nash. Timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. We're ready to start the 4th quarter of this contest now. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 yards to go as Northern Nash controls the football. The quarterback under center. He drops back to pass. He throws across the middle. Nothing doing there. The ball falls incomplete. Receiver was not ready to receive the football.
No, that's the first time we've seen them run that pattern, too.
It sure is. First time they've run that post pattern tonight. And it was open had they communicated with each other. 3rd down and 12 to go for Northern Nash. Really, they can't afford to give up the football again. They need to score every time they get the football now if they got any hopes of getting back into this one. 24-12. The Bears up by 12 in this contest. Northern Nash got receivers left and right. 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback drops straight back. He's looking, he throws. It's incomplete. Receiver was nailed in the back after he missed that one by
J.R. Sowell.
J.R. Sowell. So Northern Nash is going to be forced to punt the football away. Asmar Bennett, the ever dangerous Asmar Bennett, goes back to receive. He's going to settle in on about the 50-yard line. There's the snap. The kick is up. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. He shanked it. New Bern is going to have the ball in excellent field position. Looks like the official is going to mark it at the 27-yard line.
Great field position.
Great field position for New Bern. If the Bears can score now, it's over. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to mark it at the 27-yard line. You got to think the Northern Nash coaches are saying that is the last thing we needed at this point in the game.
Exactly the last thing. One more score, and it's going to be hard for them to catch up.
It really is that. Northern Nash probably got their best break on the fumble down on the goal line that they picked up for the touchdown. There's Mike Simmons. He's got some room right up the middle. Mike crashes his way down to the 10-yard line. Strong run by Mike Simmons.
Kenny, you know, last week we talked about Mike didn't do much, and we looked at the stats at the end of the game. He had over 100 yards. He's just churning all the time, and he's the heart and soul of that New Bern backfield.
He is that. He is that. And because he's not a pretty runner, he's a power runner. You don't think he's doing that much, but he is. Right up the middle, the Duke midget. Duke is still running and pulling people with him down inside the 10 to almost the 5-yard line. There's a penalty on the play.
Yeah, got a flag.
Just hope that that's not against New Bern again. It is going to be against Northern Nash.
Personal foul, I bet. Face mask.
It's going to be the face mask is what it looks like it's going to be.
I think we'll probably decline that.
No,
I think that must have been after the play.
Yeah, I think that's automatic. It's going to go half the distance to the goal. Going to be first down now and about 1 yard to go for the first down. And our ball is on about the 2.5-yard line. Now all the Bears have to do is power it in the end zone. Shaquille Hatcher in the center. He hands off to Duke Midget. It's going to be touchdown New Bern.
Good instinct on Duke's part there. He turned his back and just kind of kept shuffling backwards until he got across that end zone.
He's a good, strong runner. And there we go, beating on these bleachers again, and I can't hear anything. Jimmy, I can remember back when I was in college, we went down to South Carolina to play the Citadel, and those cadets down there banged on those bleachers all afternoon. My ears rang when I left South Carolina.
Those are important. Did you win the game?
3-0.
What a game.
3-0. It was the hardest fought game I've ever played in my life. The Citadel was running that wide tackle 6, so we had to go on the inside all day long. And it was just power against power. Well, we just had the raffle here at the game tonight. And Jimmy, $202 on the line, and I didn't even come close.
Yeah, I got 200 off.
Oh, my. I didn't even come close. New Bern goes for 2 and got it.
Yeah, Kenny, you might want to crank up your song now.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. All good things must end. This one is over. 32-12. With 10 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in this game, New Bern has scored again. Well, they just announced that John Cutler won the little pot that was going on here at the game tonight. And along with that, Jimmy, $202?
Yeah, I'd like to have that, wouldn't you, Kenny?
I would. John can take us all out to eat after the game.
That's right.
A nice crowd here at the game tonight. And we would like to tell everybody that attended how much we appreciate you coming out to support this New Bern High School football team. It does worlds of good for the kids that are out on the football field, and it's something that they will remember all of their lives. They'll reach down when they get together and talk about these games and how good a football team they have. There's the kickoff to the 15-20. He's hit it to 23-yard line, falls at about the 24.
Kenny, it's a good feeling. For those who haven't played football, a lot of hard work goes into it, and it's great to see these kids accomplish something. Same for the band. The band works hard. It's just a great atmosphere out here on Friday nights.
It sure is, and believe me, they will remember these nights for the rest of their lives, and it will hold conversation and fond places in their heart. The older they get, the better it gets. And nothing better than winning, I tell you that. Northern Nash comes back on the offensive. First down and 10. Quarterback back to pass. He throws it out. His wide receiver's out there. He's got the ball picked up about 12 yards before he goes out of bounds. First down. Fighting Knights. They move the chains on the sidelines. New Bern leads 32-12. 10-23 left to go in this game. We were talking to some of the coaches, the New Bern coaches, before the game got underway. And New Bern this past week was ranked 10th in the state by the Associated Press. Tonight at this game, we had television cameras from all across the eastern part of the state here at the contest to come out and watch this New Bern team play. From as far west as Raleigh, WRAL TV came in to get some footage of this football game for their late night news show. And so this team is getting a lot of recognition now, and it's been well deserved, Jim.
You're right. The coaches have worked hard the last 3 or 4 years or so, the players, and it's just great to see them get a lot of good recognition.
It is that. It is that. Second down and about 3 yards to go for Northern Nash. The ball is snuggled at about the 45, 46-yard line. Northern Nash stays on the ground with it. The running back squirms through, and he's out to about the 49, where it will be first down, Northern Nash. They move the chains on the far side of the football field. Jimmy, I guess it's now to also start talking about what comes up next week. The coaching staff was concentrating on Northern Nash so hard, but if Greenville Rose High School wins their game tonight, they'll bring an 8-1 record into the game next Friday night New Bern will bring a 9-1 game record into the game. That's going to be for the conference championship.
You're right, Kenny, and both of those teams, New Bern and Greenville, lost to the #1 ranked team in the state, Fayetteville Douglasburg, and it'll all be for all the marbles with the Big East Championship. New Bern and Greenville next week here. Man, this place is going to be packed. I'm telling you, Greenville will take a big crowd. It's going to be a carnival-type atmosphere, barbecue before the game. If you want to see the game, you better get here early.
New Bern has had a lot of payback this year, going to Rocky Mountain, beating up on Rocky Mountain team, a team that has a fine tradition. Beating up on Kinston, a great rivalry for them. They've got a lot to be proud of.
All right, beating up on Jacksonville.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I mean, really beating up on Jacksonville. Quarterback back to throw. He's going to loft it up high. It's going to fall incomplete. The ball hit at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a real showdown here next week. That's what we're going to have, is a showdown.
And it all goes on the line next Friday night. And, of course, we'll have our cameras here. So just in case you don't get a chance to go to the game, you can see all of our replays on CTV 10. The PA announcer just said it's homecoming, and that's just something else that you can throw into the soup with this one.
Yeah, Kenny, you know, a lot of high school coaches get to pick their homecoming opponent, and they want to pick somebody they know they can win. Coach Williams got a lot of guts picking Greenville, but maybe he's doing it as a challenge to his team.
Yeah. Of course, Coach Williams is also a former coach at Greenville Rose High School. There's the pass. It was thrown out. That was offensive pass interference, but they did not call it. That was the offensive receiver pulled down one of the New Bern defensive backs, so he was going for the ball. They did not call it, but that was offensive pass interference. 9:09 remaining in this game tonight. New Bern leads Northern Nash 32-12. Third down now for Northern Nash. About 6 yards to go for the first down. There's the snap. The quarterback's back. He throws. He's got a man out. He's got it for the first down. And once again, Northern Nash will move the chains.
And Northern Nash is moving the ball on us. They're having some success that other teams haven't had the last 3 or 4 weeks. A little out pattern in the passing game in the flats. Maybe that's the weakness of the New Bern defense. And
you can bet your money that the coaches at Greenville Rose are here watching this game, trying to pick out any weakness they can. So if there's a weakness, they can take advantage of it next week. There's the snap. Quarterback back to throw again. Again, he's going to that out. And again, it's caught. That's about an 8-yard gain.
Our defensive backs are a little confused all night. Northern Nash is sending 3 wide receivers out to the same side of the field, trying to overload one side, and a lot of traffic over there. They can't seem to get up to the ball and make the play.
Yep. And the chains are being moved right now. 8:42 remaining to go in this game. New Bern leads 32-12, but Northern Nash is marching and fighting back. Quarterback drops back to throw. He's looking. He's going deep. He's got a receiver there. Touchdown, Northern Nash.
Shakif is a little late getting to that play, Kenny. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but let's give that Northern Nash quarterback some credit, too. He's thrown some good passes in the second half.
And that was a good pass that he threw. He laid it out there real nice and neat, and they got it in and gathered it in. And you got to wonder now, where would New Bern be had they not continued to strike back and the offense moved the football?
Those last 2 scores look awful big now.
The last 2 scores are very big. 32-18 with 8:31 remaining in this game. One thing for sure, we've had a football game tonight. Illegal procedure, Northern Nash. They'll have to bring it back a little bit to go for 2 this time.
On those deep plays, Kenny, the quarterback is actually taking a step or 2 to the opposite side when he twirls and ends up coming back the other way, and I'm not wondering if the defensive backs are reacting to his first step there and getting his feet crossed.
He's doing a good job looking off the defensive backs is what he's doing. And he did catch Shakif Hatcher coming to the right side of the football field that time, and when the quarterback threw back left, he couldn't get back over there. He sends a man in motion from the shotgun. The quarterback's looking to throw. He throws across the middle, and that one is no good, incomplete. Timeout on the field now. New Bern leads Northern Nash 32-18. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. You have a shot of the scoreboard there, and it kind of tells the story of the game thus far this evening. With 8:31 remaining, New Bern has put 32 points on the board, the visitors 18. And this game is winding down. Northern Nash tees it up on the far hash marks, and you can kind of bet your money that we're going to have an onside kick coming up here this time. New Bern has their men up and looking for the football. Northern Nash has to take it 10 yards, so it's got to go at least to the 50. Probably will be a scramble for the ball. No, they go deep with it, to my surprise. Mike Simmons got the football and coming out. He swerves back in. He's got some running room. He pops through. There might not be anything out there. He's across the 50, to the 40, to the 35. He reverses his field. He's going to be down, way down at the 22-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Great run by Mike there, Kenny. He got through that line. He had one man to beat. The guy had the angle on it. And just didn't have to. I think he's actually tired a little bit running that far.
Mike is still down on the football field. The guys are pulling him up now. He was tired. Great run.
Great run.
Anybody that came to this game tonight got their money's worth and much, much more.
Man, we've seen it all.
Excellent run by Mike Simmons. And New Bern got the penalty, and that's going to put the ball down to about the 11-yard line. So the Bears are looking to go in again. This team that has gained so much respect across the state of North Carolina this season. They started off the year and really were expected to kind of be a mediocre football team. But they've come together, continued to improve, and tonight they've come back from some adversity. There's Mike Simmons once again. He's met in the line, pushed back, a gain of about 2 yards.
Good tackle by that number 44 in there again.
It's going to be second down and about 8 yards to go for the first down for the Bears.
Kenny, good sign that when a team needs to do something that they can, and man, they've really come out here when they need to do something and come out strong.
They have. When New Bern has been called upon to get it done, they've gotten it done. Through the second half and a portion of the third quarter, they kind of wandered, made some mistakes, but when the concentration was needed, the concentration has been there. There's the snap. Quarterback rolls to the right. He throws. Receivers there. Touchdown, New Bern.
Great bootleg by Shaquille. He really hit that ball nicely. Had Duke Mickey open at about the 5-yard line and had Mickey. He had a good job of keeping his feet in bounds. Made that catch.
Second touchdown catch by Mickey Johnson of the evening.
Mickey's had a good night, Kenny.
He has had a good night. We're ready for the extra point conversion. There's a snap. The ball is down and up, and it looks good. It is good. New Bern leads 38-18. Timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. Chad Burnham tees it up, and we're almost ready to get it underway again. 7:10 left to go in this football game. He approaches the ball, he kicks it. It's going to be high, and it settles in at about the 12, 13-yard line. The running ball carrier is hit at about the 24 and dropped there.
Takes the kickoff on the 13-yard line and returns it up to the 24, where it'll be Northern Nash first and 10.
Well, we're going to have a big one coming up next weekend, no doubt about that. New Bern and Greenville Rose for the Big East Championship. Homecoming for New Bern. You can bet your money there are going to be a host of people here from both teams. It's going to be a party like New Bern hasn't seen in a long, long time.
Since 1967, Kenny.
Since 1967. That's a long, long time. The ball is thrown and caught for a first down for Northern Nash. Northern Nash has been moving the football, but New Bern has been responding to everything they throw at them. Charlie White comes out of the football game.
I said since 1967, it might be 73. I think Coach Thrift won a conference championship in 73.
The ball was batted up and it falls to the ground. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. A lot of parents can be proud of a lot of good football players on this New Bern High School team. And the whole town can be very, very proud of a group of guys that have performed admirably.
Great way to thank them for a good year next week is to get everybody in town out here and really support them. We're going to need it.
But we are going to need it against a Rose team that traditionally is very, very strong. And once again this year, they're holding true to form. There's the snap. Quarterback running from the shotgun. He throws it upfield. It's going to be caught. Intercepted. Intercepted by Shaquille Hatcher.
Great interception on the part of Shaquille there.
Sure was that. New Bern is going to have the football 1st and 10. So, Jim, I guess now it's time to just run out the clock.
Run it out and no fumbles.
Take your time. Try to get 1 first down, maybe 2. That's going to be enough. You get 2 first downs now, it's a done deal. Quarterback, go to the line of scrimmage, run your cadence all the way down and hold the ball as long as you possibly can. Hatcher in the center. He takes the snap. He looks to throw. Nobody there. He rolls out. He's being chased. He's dropped from behind.
A little bit surprised at that, but 39-18, you kind of do what you want to.
Yep. Shaquille Hatcher got caught from the wrong side. He loses about 2 yards on that play. Yeah, I don't quite understand that. Keep the ball on the ground. Let's move the ball on the ground and run out the clock, particularly with a team like New Bern has that can move the football on the ground. Jimmy's been nervous all night long tonight. I don't know why.
Yeah, I can smell that game next week, Kenny. I can tell you, I wanted this game bad. I wanted both of us to go there next week and to win that game for the championship.
Jimmy's been moving around and smoking cigarettes all night long. He's been a nervous wreck. But it looks like New Bern is going to take this one. They're going to take a timeout right now. The Bears lead Northern Nash 39-18. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. Well, you can get a shot there now. You can get a glimpse of what it looks like here on the football field with some of the people in the stands and everything. It's been a great night for a football game, no doubt about that. 5:07 left to go in the 4th quarter here. New Bern has the football. There's the pitch out to Duke Midget around the right side. He scrambles in, squirms his way for about a 4-yard gain. Nobody can take away the fact that Duke Midget gives you everything he has on every carry. Rocky Mount has a player, Northern Nash has a player injured. I don't know why I'm feeling that Rocky Mount game this week. I cannot get Rocky Mount off my mind. I sure can.
Maybe it was that long trip up there back so late last week.
And it was raining. It was a miserable trip back. Oh, gosh. We're down to 4:48 left to go in this contest. It's going to be 2nd down and 90 yards for New Bern. Really about 20, maybe 35 yards to go for New Bern. A long ways. I still say keep the football on the ground and see what you can do and run the clock down as far as you can. Shaquille Hatcher hands off. J.R. Sowell, I think, is the receiver, is the carrier. It was.
Kenny, don't ever know what these backs from Newbern are going to line up. That time they had J.R. tailback and had Duke Midget in the slot.
They really mix it up all over the place. If you're a defensive unit, it will be very, very hard to key on one of the New Bern players because they're all over the place. Go for the run. Time to go for the run at New Bern. Keep it on the ground. Run out as much clock as you can. Let's see what the Bears decide to do. That's what they're going to do. They went right up the middle, and Mike Simmons, he might have enough for the first down. He keeps rumbling out. No, he's going to be short about 11 yards.
Yeah, Kenny, we got enough points. We just got to beat the clock now.
You're right. Just beat the clock now is what it is. Just run that clock down and do anything you can to run it down. Yeah, they have that. 3:14, 3:12, 3:11 left to go in this football game right now. It's going to be 4th down and about 12 yards to go for the first. So Duke Midget goes back into punting position. There's a snap. He gets the ball. He gets it off. End over end kick. It's going to be taken. Nope, he's going to let it roll. Ball is coming down. Is going to die at about the 23-yard line. So that's where Northern Nash will take over control of the football. And looks like some of the fans, Jimmy, are starting to get up and make their way to the exits.
Yeah, they're trying to beat the crowd out, I think.
2:43 left to go in this football game. So New Bern is going to put another one into the W column. That W stands for win.
Kenny, you know, when they went through about a quarter there where the offense was sputtering and it still got 39 points, got those last 2 touchdowns in such a hurry, that's a good sign.
It is a good sign. It is a good sign. I see a lady that's at the game. She has a sweatshirt, and on her sweatshirt, it's intercepted. That's Shaquille Hatcher on the interception, and he's going back the other way with it. He's going to run out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
I think that's 3 interceptions for Shaquille.
There's a lady standing right in front of us with number 72 written on her sweatshirt.
I bet that's Joe Best's mama.
I bet you that's Joe Best's mom.
Well, Miss Best, I'm going to tell you, you got something to be proud of because he's a good defensive football player.
He's a player. He's a player. No doubt about that. So New Bern is going to take over the football once again. 2:19 left to go in this game. Keep it on the ground and run out the clock. The officials are waiting right now. I think they got a little mix-up on the sidelines as far as the time in the game is concerned. They got something, get something straightened out, and then I guess we'll be ready to go. So the official called timeout. Rocky Mount coaching staff comes on the field. Let's take a timeout. You're watching the high school football game of the week on CTV 10. All right, the officials are ready to go now. They've put play into progress, and New Bern has the ball. Shaquille Hatcher under center. He's got receivers both left and right, running backs all over the place. The handoff is almost taken in the backfield with that one. Somebody came through high and dry that time, Jimmy.
Yeah, they sure did. I think Shaquille's looking at the clock there trying to take as much time as he could.
Yeah. It's just a matter now of just run the football and let the clock go down. 1:45 left to go here in this game. New Bern has done it again. The New Bern offense now taking their time, getting the play call in the huddle and getting out of the huddle. They're just waiting now to see what's going to happen as far as time for the clock winding down. Shaquille Hatcher kind of popped his way through. Flags on the play again. Stops the clock with 1:14 to go. 39-18 New Bern leads, Jim.
I think that's going to be against us.
Illegal procedure?
I think that's right.
Yep. That's exactly what it was. So they're going to mark off 5, and New Bern will go from there. Another play goes into the line, to the offensive huddle for New Bern. The Bears break out of the huddle now. They're at the line of scrimmage. 47 seconds left to go in this game, and we got another penalty. It's going to be too much time, New Bern.
Kenny, big week next week. Got the JVs playing for the conference championship. Got one of the junior high teams over at Grover Fields that's undefeated, playing for the conference championship, and the varsity team playing for the conference championship too. Ninth grade team has only lost one game this year. Things really look up.
Things are looking very, very good for the New Bern City athletic programs, not just the high school, but all over the place. And that doesn't happen without a lot of hard work from some adults behind the scene and from some kids on the football field. Nothing just happens. You have to get out there and make things happen for yourself. And that's what has happened in this athletic program. Got to take my hat off to Coach Chip Williams. He worked these players hard, he teaches them well, and they respond. And that's what has happened for New Bern this year. They've done a great job. We got 20 seconds left to go in this football game now. 17-16, and before long, you might hear the crowd start to count it down. Shaquille Hatcher standing there. New Bern doesn't want to put any more points on the board. They just want time to end. 6, 5, 4, 3. The clock stopped right there at 3, so New Bern will try to get one more playoff, but they won't get that one playoff before the game is over. Just time the official ring things back up again. This game is over. So the players, for the most part, can start shaking hands with each other because this one is a done deal. It's been a good effort by New Bern High School tonight. And at last word we heard, Greenville Rose was also winning. So that sets up the showdown. This game is over. 39-18 is the final in this contest. We're going to wrap things up for you when we come back in just a few minutes. You're watching the high school football game of the week here on CTV 10. Once again, the final in this contest, New Bern 39, Northern Nash 18. And Jimmy, that sets up the showdown for next week that all of New Bern has been waiting for when the Rapids of Greenville Rose come to town.
Boy, that's just what it's going to be. It's going to be an old-timey gunfight, Kenny.
I think you're right about that one. Now, in this contest, New Bern started out strong, opened with a 17-0 lead, then fluttered for about a quarter in this game, through the middle of the second quarter and on through the middle of the third quarter, but then finally got it back together again.
Yeah, and like we said, that's a sign of a good team to go through there. We actually had a game on our hand there for a minute, and one play, Mickey Johnson goes about 70 yards, and we're back in where we need to be.
The Big East Championship is what the New Bern Bears will battle for coming up this Friday night. It's been a long time since they've had that opportunity.
You're right. It's going to be a lot of excitement in town next week. Homecoming. Be a big crowd here. I'm excited already, aren't you?
I'm excited, no doubt about that. New Bern moves their record to 9-1 on the high school football season, and they're the #1 team in the conference right now. And coming up Friday night, they face the Greenville Rose Rapids for the conference championship. We hope we see you here at Caruso Coates Bear Stadium next week for this football game. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye, everyone.